I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Dave K here today with a fun-filled day in Philadelphia. First, we're checking out of our hotel here, the Spring Hill Suites. It was a fantastic adventure, but we're going to enjoy a bit of Philadelphia today and then make our way to our next destination. Let's do it. Take a look at the breakfast food items here from the Spring Hill Suites. Looks fantastic. You have milk options. You have breakfast biscuits. You've got muffin and bagels, cream cheese. There's oatmeal, as well as the coffee and tea. Not to mention there's juices downstairs too. So all kinds of good options depending upon what you like. Yay for complimentary breakfast. Always enjoy it. Here's one last look at the outside of the Spring Hill Suites Marriott here. Love this one. Glad we're getting a chance to check it out. After leaving the Spring Hill Suites in Philadelphia, made my way to see all that the city had to offer. Was so excited to see it all, and I planned to see a variety of hotspots and highlights in the city. First, making my way towards the Rocky Steps, where the Rocky movies were filmed. You'll see the steps where Rocky did his exercise running up and down those stairs. And I decided from there I would make my way down through a variety of other hotspots. You've got the Reading Terminal Market, continue to walk past that Terminal Market down to Independence Hall and see the Liberty Bell. There was so much to see and so much to do, but beautiful sights along the way as well. As we were making our drive down towards those hotspots, I was enjoying the view of the bridges along the way, seeing the nature, all of the lakes and water bodies, in addition to some of those sports arenas where some of those popular Philadelphia sports were played. One other spot I wanted to hit on my to-do list was, of course, to get a Philadelphia cheesesteak. So we were going to walk all the way down from the Rocky Steps. I'd walk you down to the Independence Hall, Reading Terminal Market, and eventually get that Philly cheesesteak before making my way onwards to my next city. A very short visit, but an exciting visit ahead here in Philadelphia. So excited to share it all with you. Welcome to Philadelphia. We managed to get some breakfast in the room before making the way out of the hotel this morning. I got all kinds of delicious snacks with the bagel and the muffin and oatmeal and so much more. Glad we had a chance to get some food, but then rushed out of the hotel to make our way to the city so that we could catch that shuttle. Now here at the Rocky Steps. Gonna get some photos and some video around these Rocky Steps here. Really excited to share this one with you. Love the backstory of the Rocky story. I believe he wrote the film and wouldn't sell it to anyone unless they put him in it as the main character. I think that's really how the story began for Sylvester Stallone, the actor here. Fantastic career based off of his own writings, his own works. Really inspirational. Excited to take some photos, some videos, and share it all with you. Let's do it. Not to mention there's a lot more to see around the town. We've got the Liberty Bell, we've got so much food to try in the area, sights to see, and other places to visit as well. Here we go. Take a look at that Rocky statue up close. Awesome to see this here. Love that dedication to Sylvester Stallone. A quote here beneath it. Love to see that. Let's check out those steps. Now take a look at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, aka the Rocky Steps ahead of us. Would we really be in Philly if we didn't at least look at the Rocky Steps and maybe make our own mini Rocky film? Who knows? Beautiful to see the top of the steps here. We made it up. Yes, champions. Here we are in front of that Museum of Art. And there's a few statues like this one, a golden stallion statue here. Looks like Anthony Wayne back in this direction, but we've seen a few of them throughout the city. I'm not sure what's going on with them. Are they golden cavalry? These horse-riding warriors. This one says Anthony Wayne, 1745 to 1796. Check him out up there. Looking good, Anthony. My buddy Tony up there. Easy to miss here, but at the very bottom of the Anthony Wayne Memorial here, a memorial of his valor, tribute to his achievements in the War of Independence. Pennsylvania Society, Sons of the Revolution. Here inscribe his name in honor, 1937. Love to see that. Very, very cool. Make sure you keep your eyes open for that part in case you didn't know it was there. Heading down this direction now, away from the Rocky Steps. It was a great time, but so much to see, so little time. Reading Terminal Market up next. Not to mention there's ice cream trucks along the way. In addition to the Rocky Steps and all the other sites, look at this awesome sculpture out front. Maybe a few less than typical socially acceptable scenes. I'm not sure. Is this a viewer discretion is advised moment? Possibly, but put up by the state here, you have these beautiful statues. All these animals and peoples all around. Very cool. Really interesting to see all the nation's flags around this square as well. It reminds me in this particular way of DC. The statues and the nation's flags make me think DC, but then you've got the skyscraper and the busyness, feels a little New Yorky. And then maybe there's some historical, like some might say Boston, although I've never been. And look at this, it says Kenya right there, it says Jordan right there. So the names of the countries are right underneath the flag, so that's very cool. Ahead of us, the Franklin Institute Science Museum right here. Ben Franklin, a big deal in the city, helped us get that Constitution ready to roll. I'm sure we'll make it to Independence Hall here today, but here is the Franklin Museum. See if we can drop in real quick, maybe get some photos and make our way. Let's take a look. Take a look at this beautiful monument here, memorial of Ben Franklin. I love to see that here. Look at all the multicolors in the lobby. And they've got projectors with the mask regulations. Love to see him here. Gotta get at least a couple pictures just in this main area. Absolutely beautiful to see. I love to see him here. From when our country was born. Strayer University right here in front of us. Really interesting to see. It's just this set of buildings right in the middle of the downtown area. I'm not sure, there might be more to it elsewhere, but this is most definitely a piece of it, but I don't see parking or housing or anything like that. Maybe it's around. Take a look at these street lights above us. You can see the bell on Arch Street and 16th Street. You'll see a bell on some of these signs that have less than or equal to 8 characters, I believe, that are near the Liberty Bell itself. Now we're coming up on Love Park right in front of us. Love to see this in front of City Hall. And you have Ben Franklin all the way up at the top of the City Hall. So love to see it all. It's most definitely a city feel with the stoplights trying to get around town. And it's a little bit crowded, it seems, but love to be able to check it out. Oh wow, look at that, that's awesome. Rotham Roller Rink. Love this. Seems like maybe for Pride Month specifically, you have the rainbow colored wires overhead and roller skating here in the middle of this park, not far from Love Park. Really, really cool to see, experience this one here. Who knows, maybe someday we'll come back and skate out here ourselves. That will be fun. Now arriving at Reading Terminal, allegedly the #1 market in America. Let's find out why. Making our way into Reading Terminal Market. So much to see inside the market. You have custom chocolates, delicious looking chocolates, depending upon your occupation. You can get occupational based chocolates from this Mueller Chocolate Company. Looks fantastic. So much to see as I was walking through there, enjoying all of the fantastic sights. It was quite crowded, so we had to make our way very carefully, squeezing past different groups of people. But
it's easy enough for me to weave around people. And it wasn't just a food venue as well. It wasn't just chocolates or pre-made food. You also had grocery type items. You can see they have all kinds of fresh meats that you can acquire along the way. There were more groceries as well, more standard cabinet style groceries, those that don't expire. But you could also get those ready-made meals, the burger destinations and the cheesesteaks. I figured there was a different destination in mind for the cheesesteaks later, but maybe this would be a good place to grab a snack while I was checking out the market. It did remind me in many ways quite a bit of the Grove, where I did my very first shopping market vlog when I visited LA. It was about a 3-minute vlog. It was fantastic as well. But look at those donuts. Those look fantastic. And this was the snack. You have to love how those fantastic rolled up hot dogs look. I used to have some delicious hot dog roll-ups in the past as well. There was a destination in Maryland, an Amish market, that had some fantastic food just like it. And I decided, you got to get some Pretzel Dogs. That sounds like a great snack as you're trying to build up your appetite. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Building up your appetite to work towards that Philly cheesesteak. But you got cakes, you got desserts, you have those groceries you saw, the fresh meats, and so much more in case you are going to shop at Reading Terminal Market. Love it.
A little bit crowded inside the market, but from Reading Terminal Market, we have a couple of delicious looking pretzel dogs. We've got the standard pretzel dog with the cheese in there, and then here's the turkey sausage. I think it's chicken turkey sausage one. It looks really good. Let's let you know how they are. Overall, not bad here from the pretzel market. I've got to say, I prefer the hot dog pretzel. I think the hot dog pretzel has some delicious flavor to it. It's a thin hot dog, and I love the greasy juiciness of that hot dog in there. The turkey sausage one is not bad as well, but I can appreciate that it's a turkey sausage on the healthier side, but it doesn't seem quite as juicy. It doesn't seem quite as thick in terms of that flavor. More of a dry turkey sausage, I want to say. You got the juices coming off the hot dog, but they're both really good. I'm glad we're getting the chance to check them both out, but you know, we'll have to try more food here in Philly. Lots more to try in terms of the deliciousness ahead. Maybe some cheesesteaks? Probably.
Next on our list of sites to see was Independence Hall. I really wanted to check out Independence Hall. You have the Liberty Square. You can see the Liberty Bell in person. So we made our way, firstly, through the gift shop, checking out some of those fantastic looking pieces of merchandise with you. They even had snacks in the gift shop. Really interesting to see that. T-shirts and hats and books, growlers, and so much more throughout that gift shop area. And I wasn't sure if I would need to buy tickets, but it did not seem like I needed to. No, the destination that I was visiting was a free venue. Just needed to get in line for that Liberty Bell Center. But fantastic to read about the history of the Liberty Bell and the Liberty Bell Center. You can read some of those different poems and hymns that went along with the Liberty Bell, some of the background leading up to the bell. It seems like bells were very popular during the time to signal different events. For example, you've got different hours of the day, of course, but this bell was used specifically to signal our independence, and so it is historically archived for that reason. Really cool to see all of the different decorations and amenities they had for you to check out here at the Independence Hall while you were learning about the history of the Liberty Bell. One thing I had observed was the preservation of the bell. You should be able to touch that emblem back there to get a feel of the Liberty Bell, so nobody actually touches the Liberty Bell, but unfortunately that was closed. You couldn't touch that, so no feeling what the Liberty Bell felt like this time around, but it was really nice to see. You've got the Independence Hall and the Congress Hall and all of the other relevant halls along the way, like right across the street here, your Congress Hall. I believe where those papers were signed are independence contracts. Absolutely love to see that too.
That's 4 o'clock right there. 4 o'clock.
After hearing the ringing of the bell right above that Congress Hall was really cool to see and to hear, we had a chance to see Washington Square, the tomb of the unknown soldier. Made my way towards my next destination, passing through the tomb of the unknown soldier, and I'll tell you, I'm really glad I had a chance to see this one. Really meaningful, impactful tomb here. I really enjoyed, quite honestly, how they used this space. You were able to enjoy a relaxing natural park, but also honor those who gave their lives so that the Constitution may live. You had all kinds of readings throughout the tomb of the unknown soldier, the eternal flame, of course, sitting in front of that iconic statue right there. And a lot of park space, again, usable by people who wanted to sit back and relax and just enjoy nature in Philly as well. So, beautiful way to honor those who helped make America the place that it is today, help us become a free country. Then we had to get our cheesesteaks. You've got Jim's Steaks, which I was recommended as one of the best Philly cheesesteaks in Philly. So you know I gotta check that one out. You see all kinds of delicious looking options on their menu, but I had to try something pretty standard here, you know, just that standard Philly cheesesteak. Might have tried a couple, quite honestly. Might have tried a veggie one in addition to a standard one, but who knows? That's information for later in the vlog, but they look delicious.
Now at the airport, waiting for our flight to board while we eat our Philly cheesesteak. Took that one, that Jim's Steakhouse Philly cheesesteak on the road here. Now have it at the airport, and I'm gonna give it a shot while we wait for the flight. Take a look at this Philly cheesesteak from Jim's Steakhouse. When in Philly, right? You gotta get a Philly cheesesteak. Let's take a look inside. Oh my God. Oh my God. Take a look at this Philly cheesesteak. Steam still coming off of it. And it's been a good chunk of time since we picked it up, at least half an hour, I gotta say. Look at that deliciousness on the inside. I'm gonna give this a shot. It's just a standard whiz cheese with the Philly cheesesteak. Gonna let you know how it is. No additional veggies besides the onions. Excited to dig in, and who knows, maybe we'll be back for more of these in the future. Looks fantastic. That is a nice Philly cheesesteak. Love the thick layers of meat in there. So much meat packed into that cheesesteak. The meat is really finely ground, which I think is fantastic. Love that cheese whiz on there as well. I think next time I would get it with more vegetables. Maybe add in a pepper in addition, because it's a pretty thin layer of onion compared to that thick layer of meats, but delicious flavor, so soft and easy to bite through. That's good stuff.
Then I made my way onto my flight, going from Philadelphia to Miami. I'm not sure I mentioned that I was going to Miami quite yet, but I was making my way on board my Miami flight. I wasn't sure I'd be able to get on, so didn't want to give you any exciting news if perhaps the plans had changed. But I not only got to fly to Miami, I had the chance to sit in first class, which was very exciting. I'll give you some more information about first class a bit later as well, but beautiful view from that very front row of the plane. I had the window seat, so I got some nice out the window footage while I was enjoying that comfortable, luxurious first class seat. In addition to some of the other details I'll tell you about, like the food and the drinks that the seat came with, I also had a charging port, which I didn't discover at the time, but apparently was built into that cup holder area right in the corner of my seat. But really fantastic view, but the sun set so quickly on us. So as you'll see throughout our flight here, the sun will go from nice and bright up in the sky. This was a early or later afternoon flight, leading us to arrive in Miami much later in the evening. It was a long flight, and it was close to that sunset hour. So sunsets on us in the flight, but really comfortable seat. Glad I had the chance for my first ever time sitting in first class on American Airlines. Fantastic flight to enjoy. Really glad I had the chance to sit on it. You know, I don't know if I've actually flown American in the past before this, but this was most definitely the first time in first class. So beautiful sunset evening view above Miami as well, and so much more fun to share with you after tonight's adventure.
And we have made it to our next destination here. Just landed here tonight in Miami. Did I even mention that Miami was where I was headed? Whoopsie. I wasn't 100% sure for a while, but we are indeed in Miami for a brief bit. I'm excited to share more of Miami with you tomorrow, coming up soon. Looking forward to sharing all of that. Another city I've never really spent any time in, so really excited to be able to share some of this here today as well. It is a late night though, almost 10 p.m. here in Miami, so might just head back to the hotel, get set up for the night, and share more of it with you tomorrow. We'll see. Overall, though, really fantastic flight. Glad I had the chance to catch this one. I was able to sit in first class on this one, which was a really nice experience. All kinds of details I really appreciated. For one, you had the fold-out tables that you would get in that very front row. I was sitting in the front row, so unfortunately I didn't have an underseat compartment for my personal item bag, but I did have a fold-out table from the side of my chair. I also got a complimentary beverage, not to mention a sandwich, along with that first class seat. And it was a lot more room, a lot more comfortable, spacious to be able to sit back and relax on that one. So really glad I had the chance to catch that one, and looking forward to a little bit of time here in Miami to wrap up a fun-filled weekend of travel. Thanks so much for being a part of the fun with me today. What did you think of all of this travel fun? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay informed of future adventures. And don't forget to make your day an amazing day as well. Focus on those positive vibes anywhere you can. Until next time, play on.